His was a pretty bad case of stage fright, but I'd seen Kibo like this before. Once, when we were teaching Kibo how to play baseball, we were dive-bombed by some seagulls. Kibo squeaked really loud then, and his arms and legs disappeared so fast, it was like they were made of rubber. I reached out and touched him. It was trembling. He squeaked a long, drawn-out squeak. "Hey, Kibo," I said. "Come on, it's not so bad." "Yes, it is," he croaked. "I'm not coming out. Never, 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 never." "You have to, Kibo. You're the star of the show." "I know," he said, "and I can't do it." "It's your mom and dad, isn't it?" He moaned. "I can't help it. I get really nervous when I have to perform in front of them." "So do I. Well, I get nervous when my mom and dad watch me, I mean." "But you're not on stage tonight. You're in the back," Kibo wailed. "True, but I'd get nervous if my mom and dad watched me drag scenery around." I punched him softly. "Don't worry. Your mom and dad will think you're great." Kibo didn't answer. He just trembled some more. I sighed. There was only one thing to do. "Hey, everyone," I shouted. "Kibo's gone all spherical again. Time to roll him around." Chapter 3. Around and Around. The dancers stopped dancing. The actors stopped acting. The musicians put down their instruments. The singers stopped going, "Me, me, me." They all hurried over. "Okay, everyone," I called, after they'd gathered. "You know what to do." We knew because we'd done it before. Kibo was everyone's friend, and everyone was happy to join in to help him. Gently, I pushed Kibo into the middle of the gym. We formed a big circle around him, with our backs to the walls. Once everyone was in place, I joined Kibo. "It's okay, Kibo," I said quietly. "We'll help you." I started pushing him. He was pretty heavy, and I had to put my shoulder into it to get him going. But once he started rolling, it got easier, slowly at first, then faster and faster. Everyone guided Kibo as he rolled in a circle around our giant ring. Kibo loved rolling. Sometimes he pulled in his arms and legs just for the fun of it, and bounced downstairs. Out in the schoolyard, we had lots of fun pushing him around, rolling him all over the place. When he started going, "Whee!" we knew he was loving it. Kibo also liked rolling when he was feeling sad, even though his mom and dad were here. Kibo sometimes felt homesick for the seas and many islands of Taborto, his home planet. When the blues hit him, he liked to find a nice, gentle slope. He would pull in his arms and legs and go for a long, soothing roll. The rolling ring was a snappy way to get Kibo rolling fast, and I was sure it would snap him out of his stage fright. I ran around next to Kibo while the others pushed and passed him along. "Good," I panted. "That's it. Keep it up." Everyone was really getting into it, pushing harder and harder. They all had words of encouragement for him. "We're with you, Kibo. You'll be all right, Super K. We're with you, Keepster." Kibo was rolling faster and faster. I was having trouble keeping up. He still wasn't coming out of his stage fright, though. "Faster!" I shouted. "We need to go faster." I gave Kibo a giant push, but at that moment, Miss Bramble opened the double doors at the end of the gym and stood there with a big pipe in her hands. "I've found a glitter launcher for the play." This was bad timing. I'd just given Kibo a great big push, but when I pushed, I tripped and went sprawling. And just then, everyone took their eyes off Kibo and looked at the glitter launcher. I couldn't blame them. A glitter launcher? Sensational! But everyone rushing over to go, "Ooh," and "Ah," and "Can I try it?" meant that our ring opened up. Miss Bramble had to jump backward as Kibo rolled right through the gap, and then right through the gap and out the big double doors. "Kibo!" I shouted. I picked myself up and ran after him. Chapter 4. On the Loose. Kibo rolled right through the playground. He just missed the monkey bars and the slide. Then he rolled right through the wide-open gates of the playground. Our school is called Hillside for a very good reason. We're on the side of a hill. That meant that when Kibo rolled out of the school, he started rolling down the long, steep hill toward the middle of town. "Kibo!" I wailed as I ran after him. He was getting really fast by this time, rolling right down the sidewalk. People had to jump aside. A dog took one look and ran in the other direction. A postal worker hid behind a tree. "Kibo!" I called.
On the next slide, you are going to use your context clues to determine the meaning of the word sensational.